If you're looking for effective ways to warm up your body and have great athletic workouts, here are 3 variations you could try out, and I promise you the 4th one will blow your mind. The first one you've probably never heard of, but it's great for team sports like basketball, and it's called a coordinative warm-up. This warm-up consists of exercises to improve your coordination and improve the threshold of your neuromuscular coordination, which is one of the most important things for your athletics. Here's an example of a coordinative warm-up. The first exercise is just a basic A skip, but this time you're going to touch your knees and then touch your toes. So you're gonna go in a rhythm of touch knee, touch toe, touch back toe. Touch knee, touch toe, touch back toe. You'll do that for 20 meters down and then 20 meters backwards. The second one, you're gonna sprint for simply 40 meters, do about 60 to 80% intensity. You're gonna start off with sprinting with no hands, then you're gonna sprint with hands, then no hands, then with hands. So the first 10 meters, you'll sprint with no hands. Second one, you'll sprint with hands, then you'll take your hands away and sprint with no hands. This is the one I personally do. I've struggled with coordination because I kind of only stuck to track when I was younger. So to combat that, I decided to do coordinative warm-ups, which really helped me with my overall basketball skill, helped me with my ball handling, my footwork, and it also kind of helps you with your speed because speed is about timing the limbs, neuromuscular coordination. So it's a great exercise for people who are kind of like clumsy, people who struggle with coordination. If you made it this far in the video, I just want you to check out Just Sprint Pro. There's a free workout on this website if you don't want to get the whole thing. All Just Sprint Pro is a 12-month program, but it's a membership style, so you get everything you need every single month to transform your speed and athleticism. You can also hop into the Discord where I give research papers, guides on every single sport you need, and everything you possibly could need to transform your speed in 2023. Go check out the link. If you don't even want to buy it, just go get the free workout from day 1, phase 1, and let's get back straight into the video. The next one will be probably most of your guys' favorite because a lot of people are stiff and a lot of people feel icky when they start their warm-ups, and this type of warm-up is great for athletes who want to feel less tight. This variation is called dynamic stretches. The goal of a dynamic warm-up is to increase blood flow and then increase mobility in movements that you'll see in sport. So you'll do stretches that are dynamic, that are in positions that you'll actually do. Let's say basketball, you'll do a lunge because you're going to see that acceleration position for a first step explosion when you try to get past someone. So here's an example of a dynamic warm-up I would do for track athletes and also basketball/soccer athletes. The first one is simply lunges. You don't need to do anything fancy like kick your legs up or do some weird shit you see on Instagram. All you're gonna do is regular ass lunges. The next one's hamstring kicks. Be careful with these hamstring kicks because it's pretty easy to kick too hard and just pull a hammy, especially if you feel tight every single day, which you shouldn't be feeling tight, but if you do, then be careful. Just go low intensity. Don't need to be a try hard. The next one is side lunges. This is a pretty good one to get the groin and adductors and abductors stretched out and get some blood flow through it. Next one's a run/jog into toe touches. It's very dynamic. You're not doing long toe touches. It's very quick and elastic type of warm-up exercise. All these exercises you can do for 10 to 20 meters each. It's pretty simple and it's a great warm-up for most sports. I know if you're someone like me, I struggle with a lot of ACL injuries. I literally tore my ACL twice, on my left knee and my right knee. I also struggle with Achilles tears, really hardcore injuries, and a lot of that is from doing a sport without warming up. When your body's cold and then you require it to recruit max motor units and you're activating your muscles at a very fast rate, it's pretty easy to pull something, or at the tendon rate where you're tearing something. So you really need to make sure you're getting blood flow in your body no matter what warm-up style you do. Trust me, I have seen the negatives from not warming up and thinking that I'm just invincible when I was 16 years old. So number 3 is one of the best warm-ups, and is actually one of my favorites besides number 1, which is a plyometric warm-up. This is probably one of the best type of warm-ups that all athletes can do, especially if you're a team sport athlete who needs to change directions, decelerate, or produce force at a fast rate. These type of warm-ups will improve your elasticity and your ankle stiffness, which is key for athleticism/performance, but also is very important for injury prevention long term. Some good exercises for a plyometric warm-up would be skips, backward skips, karaoke 1-2, lateral pogos, and pogo burnouts. But the difference between doing these regular exercises is that you're going to be doing them for time. So when you do for time, you're simply just going to be doing something for 1 to 2 minutes where you're actually burning out the lower limb complex versus just doing maybe 6 to 8 reps. It's gonna be very low intensity, but since you're going for such a long period of time, it's gonna almost feel like you're doing 3 sets of 15 on a calf raise machine. And you're really burning out the lower limb complex, which is going to give you great benefits for your your reactive strength index, your ankle stiffness, elasticity. I promise you that the last warm-up was going to be the most effective and probably shock you the most, and it is going to be very good. You see a lot of top trainers do stuff like this. It's called a French contrast warm-up. You've probably seen it on YouTube before, where people do stuff like they'll test their vertical jump, then do a max med ball throw, something weighted, or like a barbell back squat, then test a vertical jump right afterwards, after, you know, a little bit of mobility work in the mix of it. All French contrast warm-up is where you pair dynamic mobility movements with a strength movement, and once you pair these two together, you can also pair it with a max effort jump before you do all these strength movements and then after the strength movements. So a good example of a French contrast warm-up would be something like a max effort isometric glute hold, where you would do a single leg hold for maybe, you know, maxed out time, 30, 45 seconds, 1 minute. Then you would go into something that's more power heavy, like a heavy med ball toss, throw the med ball up, and then you would test your broad jump or test your max vertical jump for 1 to 2 reps. Very, very low reps, very, very low volume in general, but it is very, very high in potency and would do great for athleticism. For these type of movements, you usually do 2 to 3 sets for each movement, and you'll probably see a huge gain, probably up to 3 to 8 inches in your vertical jump. Your sprint speed, you'll probably see 0.1, 0.2 off your time when you do this type of warm-up. But having a good warm-up does not matter if you don't know how to train your athleticism correctly. And also, if you want me to do this for you, you can hop on Just Sprint Pro right here. It's my speed program, transformation program. That is a membership. You can hop on, see the details. If you want to transform your speed, go check it out.